I started off by saying the Doull football's coming home. Is England going blah, blah, rah, rah, yah, yah?
Oh, absolutely, buddy. The whole country is just in a better mood when the England football team are winning. Look, I'm caught up in it. It's sad, but I am caught up in it.
Well, yeah, how can you not be? How can you not be? Look, and let's not forget, it was only days ago that they were throwing cups at Gareth Southgate, the England fans, after they played Denmark and scuffed a draw. So this is the fickleness of it.
It is, mate. I think, look, the biggest criticism from all of the pundits over here, and, you listen to them all, you listen to the Gary Nevilles, all of the pundits on telly, and they've all been saying, look, they haven't played great football, but he's made the changes in the last two games in particular. He's made the substitutes at the right time, which is all they've been calling for. Get these guys on the park a little bit earlier, see if they can make a difference, as he did in the World Cup, the Euros. He was making them too late to make a difference to the game. So he's brought them on early enough. And again, today it made the difference. You bring the subs on, and the two subs that he brought on had one scored and the other one provided the pass in Cole Palmer. So, it's just, I think they're now a little bit happier.
Well, and have to be, because it was a cracking goal, cracking way to finish. And look, just look at the last three games. They were down and out against Slovakia. They scored in the 96th minute to take it to extra time. They were a goal down against the Swiss and then equalised in the 84th. They won it in penalties. And here they go. They're a goal down again. They get a dodgy penalty. I'll call it a dodgy penalty. But they score in the 90th minute. Mate, this is how you win tournaments. It doesn't matter how you win the tournament in the end, does it?
No. Exactly. I mean, you win ugly, and let's be fair, they have won ugly. You go back to Bellingham's overhead goal, all those little things that have just happened at the right time, whether it be that or Saka's goal, or everything that's just happened at the right time. Ollie Watkins today. It seems destined. And I can see why people get caught up in it. And, I've always enjoyed my football, but I think the buzz around Europe and around the European tournament when England are playing and doing well, whether it be the women's or whether it be the men's stuff, it's just, the country's alive, mate. It's electric. People are spilling out onto the streets. Car horns are being tooted as I'm driving down the road. It's alive and well.
And this is going to go on all the way through until it's Monday New Zealand time, but it's Sunday, of course, Spain in Berlin. This is what sport's meant to do, though, isn't it? It's we're such idiots and we're such nutcases, and we let our emotions absolutely ride on something that we have no control about. But it's just that collectiveness of experience is what sport is.
Absolutely, and the lengths that people go to watch some of these games. I worked in Hove on the women's cricket game, which I'm sure we'll get to shortly. And the guy I was working with 3 days beforehand in wherever I was, Birmingham, he drove to watch the England-Switzerland game. He went on the ferry across to Germany, drove 3.5 hours, spent 6 or 7 hours there, watched the game, and then drove back to the UK, then through the night and the next morning to work again the day later. These are the lengths that the English football fans will go to. I don't know, they're not spending anywhere near that much time with their partners or wives, but they will spend hours and hours and hours on the road just to watch one football game. So I think that tells you some of the length, some of the passion that's in and around it.
I want to talk about England versus the West Indies, of course, at Lord's. God, do we have to talk about the White Ferns, man? This is 5 losses in a row. Yes, it was a rain-delayed game, but we spoke about this last week, mate. I mean, I don't want to be mean, but this side just gets so much hype, so much publicity. I believe that they're very well resourced. They fly business class. They live in the nicest hotels. They get everything given to them. But they are just an average bunch of players, mostly. 2 or 3 good players. And so that's all I want. I just want the New Zealand sports media to just prick the balloon and just actually analyse this team for what they are, which is pretty average at the moment. That's it.
Yeah, and haven't got any better. What's coming in behind them, I don't think... I had a good chat to Craig McMillan, and Craig's always been a fairly straight shooter. I think he's doing everything he can in the short term. He hasn't been there long. And I said to him, what's coming through the system? What's in behind? He said, mate, to be honest with you, this is as good as we've got.